Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Rich. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. All right, we're going to ink the horns. I just threw in a new nib. I freshened up my ink. I wanted to actually say something. I almost did a fast video yesterday to talk about this. But so I shot my little thing in the morning, and like 30 minutes, and the ink was working great. I had used the Eon Vortex ink, which is, I'll show it to you real quick. Eon Vortex F5, the big one. Like I said, this is an $80 bottle. It's very big. It's 16 fluid ounces. He sells smaller bottles of it. Sorry, I had a pen nib in my mouth. It was funny. A friend of mine pointed out, he's like, don't talk with the pen in your mouth. And I had noticed it on my videos too. But yeah, so like 30 minutes after I filmed the video, the ink seized up. It was very trippy, and I'm not knocking the ink. It's a little bit of an older bottle of ink, but it was crazy. It got real thick just in a matter of probably 30 minutes to 60 minutes, and I fought with it for probably 2 hours, and I finally just took a little water and diluted it a bit. But okay, so this nib is working good. The other thing I wanted to talk about real fast in the front end of this video is I've noticed that because I'm talking and kind of trying to do a demo, and you know, there's like an adrenaline push that you get when you're doing a video for YouTube, because a lot of these for me are really, it's one take. I mean, I'm not going to go back and if I do something I don't like, remove it. I mean, I do edit the videos a tiny bit now, just if something goes way off course, not with the work, but the dialogue. Yeah, I want to slow down a little bit, and more from the standpoint of I see myself drifting when I'm inking this stuff a little bit, and you know, I'm trying to, I guess, show the gist of things as opposed to like how careful you really need to be. So we'll slow down a little tiny bit. This nib is great. You see how fine these lines are that it's getting right now? Sometimes on the camera too, I notice that the autofocus is drifting in and out a little bit. Just please be patient with that. I will get better equipment, but you know, it's a budgetary thing. If you can check out my Patreon page, you know, and donate even $1 to the channel, it would really help. I mean, we've got enough subscribers here where if just even people did a one-time dollar donation, you know, I could really up the quality of the videos with the tools that I'm using to record. These lines are very, very fine. This one in particular is super thin. Yeah, so when inking something like this, again, you have to think of the form. This is a three-dimensional form. These are horns that curve like this. Sorry, I'll exaggerate it sideways. They curve like that, even though they're coming out. So it's like a tin can, like a Coke can. This is all form, and then it starts to wrap under, and then the Coke can is going away from you. Like, this is, it's a round shape like this, and then as the horn goes towards the head, it's turning like that. So when you're inking your lines, you want to make sure that, one, you're inking things that are going the right, not only direction, but things start to recede, and the way that things look change. You know, David indicates it with black, like things are kind of going in the shadow, but yeah, so we're going to start being a little tiny bit more careful in the videos, we meaning me, but you know, I may be able to do less in the videos for time reasons, but yeah, I really just want to make sure that the quality of the stuff that I'm showing you is not only good information, but good work methodology. You know what I'm saying? Care about you all. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the good stuff. But, you know, I'm learning as I go along doing this, and even though I've been on YouTube for a while, there's a growth curve with doing like live demo stuff, you know, and explaining, and you'll notice that I do rotate the page just to keep the angles comfortable for me. So what I've done now is I've gotten a little bit of a thin outline around this horn shape. Now I will pull it heavier, but I want to stay on top of David's silhouette. So that's what I'm looking in the camera here. I'm hoping that this thing is focused. My concern is, what I've noticed is sometimes when I pick up the paper to show a tight shot of what I've done, that's when the camera tends to have trouble refocusing, is when I go and set the page back down. So, you know, I'm recording this on my cell phone. It can record 1080p, but it's just, you know, probably not made for like live art demos. But yeah, so put a little X here because that's going to be black. But yeah, I'm going in very, very carefully and I'm inking these lines. Staying pretty true to the amount of detail that David puts in. I'm not doubling lines as much right now. You know, just being very respectful of pencils. Trying to get all my lines to be about the same length that he puts down, and you know, just enjoying it. I sometimes will kind of like, I'll go like this. I make like a little triangle, and I flickety flick. So it helps me keep a little bit of like a brush look with my lines. What I'll do, I'll show the detail at the end. That way we don't run the risk of me bouncing out of focus when I put the page down, because it's a little hard for me to tell in the viewfinder what's going on. It was funny, it started out a very rainy day today and the sun is out now, which is kind of nice. So it was actually, when I started this video, it was dark. It was only a couple minutes ago. And because this is a new nib, I'm not actually going to push down real hard and try to fill in this black with it. I'll fill it in later with something else, but I don't want to keep stretching out the little forks in the pen nib. That tip splits apart when you push down. But I want to keep this fine line. So what I may do is I may load up my pen from yesterday, which I saved because it was still working good, but it just wasn't going to get the fine detail that I needed for this. These are very, very small lines. They're short, they're sharp. So you'll probably have two pen nibs going, which is something that I've considered doing more and hadn't utilized it as much. But yeah, when you've got a good pen that can really get fine lines, baby it, because they're a rare treat. Not a rare treat, but you know what I mean? That's what you're looking for. If you buy a box of 12 pens, you really, really hope that, well, you hope that they're all great, but they generally aren't. Some just never start out as sharp as you need. This one's good. And I can turn it a little bit to the side and get even finer lines. So, but yeah, just being very, very careful. Staying right on top of David's pencils here. Again, I noticed in my other videos, I felt like I was drifting a bit, and it was, you know, it really just came down to because I was filming and I was trying to get a lot down in a few minutes, and, you know, just like, it's almost like when you're showing something, you get impatient and want to show them the good stuff. It's like, I just want to get through it to show you like what it looks like done. But it's better to have it look really good too. Hopefully I'm in the frame. But yeah, so I'll just, you know, you just go in and you're just doing rows of lines and adding more and more little detail. You know, if you see little things that you, on something like a horn, you know, go in and put a little texture. It's okay. I wouldn't go crazy with it. You know, you kind of create like a language with the pencil that you're working with if they're a good communicator, and you start to build sort of like a language that you two speak. And you can do that with your own work too, obviously, where you speak it to yourself. You know where you like to get a little more crazy with things. And, okay, I'm gonna pull up and just show you a little bit what's going on. Hopefully this is risky, but yeah, you know, and you start getting that David Finch look. All right. Please stay in focus. Come on, camera. It tends to, what happens is it starts to focus on my hand and not the page. So my hand will be super clear, but the page won't. But I think if I focus on the art first, meaning like the autofocus, I can tap the screen and it sort of like will tighten up the shot. Then it won't kind of do the opposite of what I want. But yeah, if you can, at the end of this video, smash the like. I want to have a like goal for this video. Let's try to get 35 likes on it. If we could do that, that would be really cool. And then, like I said, check out the Patreon. You don't have to, you know, support me there, but check it out, because I've been uploading some little bonus things there. And then, if you've seen a video in the past that you like, please share it somewhere. That would be really, really cool. I actually didn't think I was going to film this morning, but I don't like to take off too many days in a row from doing new videos. So figure tomorrow I'll take a break. It's I'll get a little more aggressive with my pen nib here. Again, there's little white areas that David's kind of put in here. Try to maintain them, and then pump up the exterior a little bit. And again, I'm staying pretty tight on David's silhouette here. And what you can always do is when you finish inking an area, sort of look at the big picture of what you've got going on. Actually, I'm going to pull the camera out. We're at 10 minutes. Let me move this a bit. You can kind of see what's going on here. It's looking nice. I think it looks... This is looking balanced to me. I think that especially there's a ton of black that is going to go in under the sort of furry overcoat cape thing she's wearing, and then that will really start to sell the solidity of the piece, and then you'll kind of like, you can really start to trust your eye on, okay, this could be a little heavier, this could be a little thinner, and but I think we have some really nice stuff going on. So again, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters. I'll run through the names in the next video. Yeah, please smash that like. Let's get it to 35 likes today. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. And have a great day. Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, have a great day. All right, bye.